Hey, well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Monday evening call. Gregory Muscar here up in Bozeman, Montana, with Robin upstairs, me downstairs in the office. And we're just so excited. Welcome you to Valentine's Week. In 2 days, it'll be Valentine's Day. And what an exciting Valentine's Day it's going to be with the launch of our new Alavida Revive Eye Cream. Oh, how exciting! This magical blue serum that's going to make us all look younger and younger and younger. I'm just doing, one eye just to give it a try. And don't I look so much better? Yeah, you can't really tell yet. But so we're going to celebrate Valentine's Day, where the company is going to begin taking orders. And there's a very special webinar that David's going to do, kind of an overview educational webinar for us. It'll be 2 times. It'll be at noon and 7 o'clock, Mountain Time, I should say. It's going to be at 11 a.m. Pacific, which is 2 p.m. Eastern. And then again, the replay at 5 o'clock Pacific. You can see in the newsletter that I have up on your screen, and hopefully you're all getting the newsletter. And I apologize, we forgot to change the header, and it says 2524 success tips and law number 3 from Atomic Habits. It's actually 21224, and we're going to
Oh,
do
no.
success number
Sorry.
4. Yeah, we can't catch everything, but this was a really full newsletter. We have a lot to cover with you tonight. Robin, did you want to comment about the Alavida eye cream before we move
I
on to our
do.
special leaders
I
who are going to talk about Atomic Habit number 4? Go ahead.
Yes. And I just want to tell everyone where I get the information from. On LifeWave Business Builders, they have a bunch of information on the eye cream. And I think what everybody is excited about is it's blue. It's loaded with GHK copper, and that's going to help replenish the proteins that reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. It's also going to give superior increase to skin moisturization. It's going to deeply moisturize dry, itchy, or chapped skin with evening primrose. There's a microalgae that helps with the moisturization, and there's some milk peptides that reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles and improves the appearance of the firmness. And then there's some moringa butter, which will produce skin hydration. And so it's going to brighten the skin. It's going to reduce the lines and wrinkles, the fine lines and wrinkles, improve the appearance, and hydrate. Now, a lot of us are very excited about this and want blue and the other creams too. And I know some people that are actually putting it on their face. So take a before and after picture and good lighting. And Jeff did a great job of giving instructions on how to take a good photograph, because this becomes your story. So on Wednesday, it launches and everyone will be able to buy it. And we're excited to hear the stories. Back to you, hun.
Yeah, and so the good news is now we not only get to look beautiful from the inside out with GHK copper peptide, and Jonathan, if you could leave your camera off until we introduce you, that'd be great. And not only do we get to look beautiful from the inside out, now we can look beautiful from the outside in we're putting GHK on our faces. How wonderful is that? Thank you, David. And he is just an unending fount of wisdom and knowledge and exciting products for us. So we'll see you all on the special webinar coming up. We're very excited. And so with that being said, Robin, do you want to introduce the next thing we're going to cover tonight, which is Atomic Habit number 4, make it satisfying.
Okay, so this is number 4, law number 4. And for those of you that have immersed and engaged in the journey, we have 2 special guests tonight to talk about Make It Satisfying. And Executive Director Lavelle Scotton, I think you're getting to know him on our calls, along with Senior Director Jonathan Beal. Love these guys that are participating and helping us out. But this book is a life changer. And if you do embrace it and do it, one of the things in Make It Satisfying, we get satisfied when, remember when you were a little kid and you got a gold star on your paper? and how satisfying that was? Well, you get to give yourself gold stars every day for doing those habits. So this combines with John Maxwell's book beautifully on what are your top 5 things that you're going to commit to do every day. And having a habit tracker can make a huge difference. And I searched around for habit trackers and I didn't find any I liked. And then Sunshower Rose shared with me one she liked, and I like it a lot. I put it in the Facebook group, and it makes it really satisfying. Every day you check off. You can give yourself a gold star, or you can check it that you did it that day. So I'm going to turn things over to Lavelle and Jonathan to give a nice overview of law number 4, make it satisfying. Over to you guys.
Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you. Guys, this is sobering. Robin called my name to come do some work on the line today. Okay, great. This is amazing. So listen, this book is amazing. I have to let you know that I just recently got the book and I finished it. I have to go back over it and start writing my notes now. But my first job was to finish it. I finished the book and I got to get back because this book is amazing. So I don't want to take up too much time because what I have is just the crust. And then we'll let Lavelle talk and Lavelle will give you the nice fruit of the pie. Okay, guys? Atomic Habits. Law number 4 is make it satisfying. Now we've gone over the first 3, which was law number 1, make it obvious. Law number 2, make it attractive. Law number 3, make it easy. Now we're going to go over law number 4, which is make it satisfying. Now I'm going to let you know that I wrote just some notes straight from the book. So this is not me talking. I did add a little bit of me in there. All right. So we are more likely to repeat a behavior when the experience is satisfying. Isn't that true? I mean, if it feels good to us, if it's doing us some positive things, we're going to do it again. This is logical, right? Feelings of pleasure, even minor ones like washing your hands with soap that smells nice and lathers well, are signals that tell the brain, this feels good. Do it again next time. Pleasure teaches your brain that a behavior is worth remembering and repeating. Conversely, if an experience is not satisfying, we have little reason, and might I add on a personal note, we have little desire and little motivation to repeat it, you know? All right, so you hit your finger with a nail. I mean, you hit your finger with a hammer while you're nailing. You don't want to do that again, so you have no motivation to do that again because that hurts. The first 3 laws of behavior change, the behavior change, make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, that a behavior will perform this time. Okay, so those 3 will help you start a habit, but that don't keep you with the habit. Okay, as I understand, this will just help us to do it one time. The 4th law of behavior change, which is make it satisfying, it increases the odds that a behavior will be repeated next time. Okay, it completes the habit loop or forms a perfect habit change circle. So it comes in a circle. All right, we make it obvious, we make it attractive, we make it easy. Oh, but then we make it satisfying. All right, in a perfect world, the reward for a good habit is the habit itself. But we don't live in a perfect world, do we? No. In the real world, good habits tend to feel worthwhile only after they have provided you with something. And may I add, something of value to you. All right? Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make that habit satisfying. Lavelle, over to you.
Great job, Jonathan, JB. We call him JB. I do anyway. And guys, what I just want to share I've read a lot of books, and I would encourage you to read a lot of books because we always like to say that network marketing is actually personal development with compensation plan attached to it. And I like to make things satisfying by making it fun. So I always have these little sayings, and I know Robin loves my little sayings about, like, I like to say, you got to show up to blow up. You got to show up to blow up. That has to be a habit. And when I first got into network marketing, I was introduced to something called the 10 core commitments. The 10 core commitments was to show up at least once a week for for 12 months, at least once a week. That's a habit. And it also encouraged us in those 10 core commitments to read 30 minutes of personal development every day. Make it a habit. And what the book is talking about, you can make it satisfying. You can make it satisfying by making it fun as well, adding something to it. Like I like to say, I always like to quote Jim Rohn, and I like to quote Jeff Roberti. Jeff Roberti's made over $100 million in network marketing. And he talks about how you want to show progress. And they talk about this in the book as well. So what happens is Jeff Roberti would say, listen, place 5 coins in your left pocket. And every time you talk to somebody, move that coin, 1 coin from the left pocket to the right pocket. So that becomes satisfying to you because you're achieving something. And that's what you want to do. You want to make it satisfying by rewarding yourself, every time, just reward yourself. So you talk to somebody else, you put another coin from the left to the right, right? And that's what we do. And then, guys, I'd like to let you know that you also want to have an accountability partner. And it talks about that in the book. Get a workout. I remember when I was a child, I had gained a lot of weight. I wanted to lose weight. So in Philadelphia, where I'm from, they would have something called tasty cakes. Tasty cake pies and cakes. And I love those tasty cakes, right? And when I wanted to get a girlfriend. So I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to look good. And for my girlfriend, I guess. And what I did, I told all my friends, if you ever see me with a tasty cake, just take it away from me. Take it away from me. And that's what the book talks about. You need an accountability partner. And we talk about that all the time. And you can have more than one accountability partner. Right now, what I like to do is pull up so that you can go to the book. If you hopefully you read the book. Let me see if I can pull it up for us here. Here we go. The habit tracker. Let's talk about the habit tracker. And if you want, and Jonathan, would you help me out? You can go to atomichabits.com/tracker. And I know Robin said there's one on Facebook, on the Facebook Vibrant Living. But this is where I found the habit tracker from James Clear. Okay.
Say,
And he
say
has
it again for me, please.
habittracker.com / atomichabits.com / tracker. And here are some of the things that he talked about. When I pulled this up and I read it, and it's really, really, really amazing. So habit tracker tracking is discussed in chapter 16 of Atomic Habits. Here's what I said about it in the book. A habit tracker is a simple way to measure whether you did a habit. Once again, we're all creatures of habit. We are in the habit of doing it or not in the habit of doing it. The most basic format is to get a calendar and cross off each day you stick with your routine. For example, if you meditate on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, each of those dates gets an X, or like Robin said, a star. Okay? As time rolls by, the calendar becomes a record of your habit streak. Jerry Seinfeld reportedly uses a habit tracker to stick with his streak of writing jokes. In the documentary Comedian, he explains that his goal is simply to never break the chain of writing jokes every day. We're in the habit, we always talk about At least give your business 1 hour a day. Because most people do network marketing part-time. 80% of the people do 20% of the work. 20% of the people do 80% of the work. In other words, he is not focused on how good or bad a particular joke is or how inspired he feels. He is simply focused on showing up. That's the key. Just you got to show up. We got to show up to blow up. I like that saying. I learned that somewhere along the way in network marketing and adding to a streak. Every day you want to add to your streak. Don't break the chain is a powerful mantra. Don't break the chain. Sales calls, and you'll build a successful book of business. Don't break the chain of workouts, and you'll get fit faster than you expect. Don't break the chain of creating every day, and you will end up with an impressive portfolio. Habit tracking is powerful because it leverages multiple laws of behavior change. It simultaneously makes a behavior obvious, attractive, and satisfying. Guys, we have something in our hands, not only is changing people's health, we have phenomenal leaders in Gregory and Robin Mascari, as well as other phenomenal leaders who are teaching us how to be a habit person that does habits every single day because we're in the habit of doing it or we're in the habit of not doing it. And if we really just say, I can do it, I can do it. Wake up every morning, look yourself in the mirror and say, I can do it. I know Ron Rayburn, he wakes up every morning and says, I'm a superstar. He created that habit. What's going to be your habit? Let's go down here to the habit tracker template. I haven't seen the one that you got on Vibrant Living, but this is the one that I found on
This
the
is
habit
the
tracker.
same one.
It's the same one. There you go.
I love it. Good job.
So here we go. So guys, you can start tracking your habits. And I would say, reward yourself every time, like Robin said, give yourself a star. Now, let me also say that we're all stars. Some stars shine brighter than others when you look in the sky, but you can shine as bright as you want. But every day you want to track your habits. And guys, you will become something more than you've ever become. And that's what it's all about. It's in the process. It's who you're becoming. And I like to quote Jeffrey Berger again. He has something called channeling, constant and never ending improvement. Constant and never ending improvement. So here's your habit tracker. Here's the homework for you guys. Download this habit tracker. Start putting it in. I'm gonna do it with you. But here's the thing. I would also encourage you to get a workout partner. Because when you get a workout partner, that person needs to push you and you need to push that person. And you can have more than one workout partner. Because I had the whole neighborhood telling me, oh, I see you with that tasty cake. Don't eat that tasty cake. And guys, I did lose a lot of weight. So guys, start your
Hey,
habits.
Lavelle,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I didn't get the site for the Atomic Hacker correctly. Say
Okay,
it
so
again.
it's atomichabit.com/tracker. Let me pull up that thing. Atomic Habits with is plural.com/tracker. So I think our 15 minutes is up. Back to you, Gregory. Thanks for allowing Jonathan and myself to share. I don't know, Jonathan, if you had something that you wanted to end off with.
The only thing I would say is read the book, read the book, read the book. Thank you.
Oh, thank you guys so much. And you know, what's satisfying is when you see all those little boxes checked. And one of the things that James Clear says very often is you never have an empty box more than once. So if you missed a day, life happens, you know, make sure you get it the next day. And if you talk to John Maxwell, he never, ever misses a day on his 5 things. So for those of you that incorporated John Maxwell, those 5 things fit right here. And, you know, James Clear talks about make it easy. 2 minutes, do something that you can do. And nothing, if you're going to say you're going to exercise an hour every single day, 7 days a week, it's not practical. Make it practical and then check off those little boxes and look at your chart at the end of the month and be, wow, pat yourself on the back and you get a big gold star at the end. Okay. Great, you guys. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Great job, guys. Okay, well, I love some of the things you were saying. It's all beautiful, but I like to say fall in love with the process. And that's what Roberti teaches, and that's what James Clear teaches, and that's what Maxwell teaches. To develop these habits, you just fall in love with it. And I love the Seinfeld story you shared, because it didn't matter how good or bad the joke was, he wrote a new one every day, and look where he ended up. And the same thing can and will happen with you if you fall in love with the process, our simple daily method of operation. How many new people are you reaching out to pique the interest about our breakthrough, phototherapy technology and stem cell activation technology and all the other great things that we do? And are you doing the follow-up work? Are you staying in contact with people, giving people enough information to make an informed decision? And if you just incorporate that into your daily habits, you're going to be on all those cruises. You're going to be on winning all those awards and moving through the ranks. So we're going to move on. We got quite a bit more to share with you tonight. I'm really, really excited to share this with all of you. We have finally, thanks to the diligent work, I want to shout out to Sunshower Rose. She's been working diligent with me for the last 2 weeks to go through the entire 4.5 hours of Vision 2024 and break it down into, I think, 17 individual pieces. So now you can go to liveyoungeryoutube.com. You can click on the link that's in the newsletter, and you can watch David's opening. You can, watch this second one about energy patches. The birth of LifeWave is just a touching story, and to hear it again, and these are short too. That one's only 2 minutes and 43 seconds. The first one's in 17 minutes and 17 seconds. So you can see the length. Meredith does an incredible job sharing the roadmap to success for 2024. And, Ryan Barson, our vice president of global sales, goes through. So they're all there. And the nice thing that they're in YouTube, if you pique somebody's interest and you've got a prospect, or maybe, you've got a brand partner that's kind of sitting on the fence, or maybe fell off the fence, you could send them a targeted video now and say, oh my gosh, you got to watch this. It's only 2.5 minutes long, but you got to watch David tell the story about the founding of LifeWave. And it's a beautiful, beautiful story. So this is all here. And again, shout out to Sunshower Rose. She worked so diligently on this to get them all set up. They're not all loaded up yet because Facebook put a brakes on, says, oh, you're loading too many videos in one day. You're going to have to wait 24 hours to load the rest of them. So there's 11 of them there. The first one is the full 4.5 hours, but thereafter it's compartmentalized. Now we excerpted out. We didn't put the testimonials in there. So this is just really the meat from our corporate executives. And I think you're really going to enjoy, clicking through. Just watch a new one every day and find the ones you like and share them with your group. Share them with your team, your prospects. And, this was a spectacular event, well produced, well thought, and very viable and valuable information to share with us. So really excited to make this available to you. Took a little longer than we thought, but it was worth the effort and time. So thanks everyone for waiting, and thanks Sunshower for making it happen. Sweet.
Gregory, I got a question.
Yes.
Is there, I'm trying to see it. Is there David explaining the new product on here, the nutritional powder?
Yes, down at
Where is
well,
that?
Alavida. That one might not be on here yet. That might be
Okay.
one. I think that was one of the latter ones.
Okay. It was
Yeah.
right at the end. It was right at the end.
Yeah, these are in chronological order or sequence of when they happen. So there's a few more that will be loaded up. I think there's like 6 or 7 more that'll be loaded up
Okay, great. Thank you.
tomorrow sometime. So 20th anniversary magazine. Does everybody have their magazine? Well, you can have it right now because if you click on the link right here, it's downloadable. You can order them in the sales tools section of your back office store, or you can download them from the resource section. I went there this afternoon, downloaded it, and uploaded it into Constant Contact. So you can click right there and you'll be able to download all, is it 28 pages, Robin? I forget, but it's just so classy. It's one of the classiest, without a doubt, it's the classiest printed material the company has ever made. So it's a credibility piece.
I think you'll feel really proud, beyond how proud we already feel. When in David's opening message, I even put it in our Facebook group, is so beautiful. And it's inspiring because we are just at the beginning of where we're going. So
Mhm.
we have a very bright future, everyone. And I read it the other night. It doesn't take very long and it's definitely inspiring.
So my suggestion is communicate, download it, read it yourself and send it. It's a PDF. It's small enough PDF that you can send it out. It's like 4.7 megabytes that most mail systems will handle that nicely and send it out to your folks. Say, hey, have you seen this yet? You might reactivate some people in addition to letting people know about, the launch of, our Revive, our beautiful Alavida Revive skincare. So I'm really excited that that's available. The company made it available to us for free in a PDF and you could purchase it. And I gave our first one away. So Robin went and ordered 10 more. So we're going to, and they probably won't last long either because she wants to send one to each of our family members. We got a few other prime people we want to send them to. So really excited. They did a spectacular job. Okay, so other upcoming events. Very excited for a week next week, February 24th, Saturday in Orlando. And Robin, I just found out that your good friend and mine, our enroller, Kai Jacobson, is going to be joining us there, along with a number of other SPDs and many of you. So I'll be arriving on Friday afternoon, staying through till Monday morning. So I look forward to connecting with you and some of your team that's going to be there. So, and you might still be able to squeak a ticket out. It was almost sold out. There was only 30 tickets left, I think yesterday or on Saturday. So you may not be able to get it. So we've updated the getting started checklist. So it's here, version 2.2. We've updated we've updated and uploaded the getting started checklist and the Zoom schedule. And so, Robin, I'm going to let you talk about the spin.
So we have some patches to give away, and we want to reward people that are sharing your stories in our Facebook groups. In Vibrant Living, if you share your story, you'll go on a list that will be part of the spin, and we're giving away X39 and Eon, and we're going to alternate or whatever my hand picks out when I pull it out. So right now I'm reaching in and I am picking out the first one's an X39. So your compliance stories on Vibrant Living will give you a spot on the wheel to potentially win a sleeve of patches. And Gregory is going to hold the wheel up to and then he's going to spin and we will find out our winner for tonight. You're on mute, honey. Just so you know.
There we go. Thank you for unmuting me, for reminding me. And we'll see if you can hear this wonderful noise, but I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel. Well, it didn't spin we're going to try that again.
And the winner is, drum roll, doo doo doo. I heard it.
Eva
Who's the winner?
Rose.
Who's the winner?
Eva Rose.
Eva Rose. How wonderful, Eva Rose. I'm going to send you some patches. And, you know, we keep talking about stories and you keep hearing me share. You know, I've been on several calls recently of hearing people share stories and that it inspires other people to go, oh, I need to share with my sister. I need to share with my friend because they have that same situation. So just know that your stories really
Robin, did you get muted or I stopped hearing you? Lost
I
the
went
last.
on mute.
Okay.
So it's our stories that are the heart of our business because they inspire people to think about who they want to share with. And like you'll hear someone's condition go, oh my gosh, you know, John Jew, he shares all of these golf stories. His golf game gets better when he uses X39. Well, golfers will do anything. Does anyone know a golfer? You know, and you share the before and after pictures or whatever. So please, please, please share your stories. Okay.
Yes, thank you very much. And I see a question, Rose Bartos. No, I'm sorry to say that Orlando will not be broadcast. This is not a corporate event. This is a field event. Dr. Stacy, SPD, is hosting and coordinating it. So there, as far as I know right now, there's no plans to broadcast that event. If it does occur, we'll let you know through our Facebook group and Live Younger Zoom. But right now, there's no plan. So it's going to be a in attendance only event.
Honey, Dr. Tom just put quite a post up there that said Connie announced today that they just released 200 more tickets for Orlando.
Woohoo! Oh, thank you,
Yay.
Tom. Thank you, Connie. Okay, good. Okay, so we'll just kind of winding up for our schedule for this week. Robin, you want to talk about tomorrow evening?
I do. We have several new practitioners on our Tuesday night rotation, I call it, and we're offering many different dimensions of support for everybody. And, you know, we had Dr. Annabelle being a pediatrician. We talked about children. Well, tomorrow night we have Dr. Kathy Wong, and she is a dentist. And so we can have a little different perspective on things of how to incorporate this in a dental practice and how to use it when you're going through oral situations. So tomorrow night is Dr. Kathy Wong, and it'll be hosted by none other than Sunshower Rose.
Nice, wonderful. And then Wednesday, it's just down here again, 11 a.m. And I should have put Pacific, and again at 6 p.m. Pacific. It'll be live at 11 a.m. or might have been pre-recorded, I don't know, but they'll replay it again in the evening for people that are at work, couldn't go during the day. So a special launch event for the new Revive eye cream. Okay, and then the rest of our schedule remains the same. So we invite you to plug in whenever you can. And most of these calls are recorded. The Thursday Spanish call and the Sunday X39 Share and Learn, neither of those are recorded. Excuse me, but the rest of them are. And just another pitch for our Monday morning miracle call. If you weren't on the call, you need to listen to the recording. Should be up in Live Younger Zoom. It was off the charts, you know, heartwarming stories. My favorite was Adele's mother, who's now 100 years old, and for several years couldn't remember her daughter's name. And now, 4 years later, after being on X39 for, Robin, how long? 6 months, 9 months, a year? She's got it back again. So there's no limit. So thank you, everyone. I think with that being said, any final comments you wanted to share, Robin?
I'm just excited about Wednesday and happy Valentine's. And I grew up in a family, and everyone hears this every year from me, where Valentine's was a family holiday. So if you don't have your own sweetheart, it's just a focus on love. So reach out and love extra this week. Okay.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks, everyone. We love you all. And we'll see you on one of the upcoming calls. Thanks. Good night.
Night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jonathan. Great job, Lavelle. Appreciate you
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless.